We look out to the world around us, social media, TV, friends, family, coworkers, or social groups, and we look for something that's going to reflect it back to us, for something that will reassure us, for something that's going to validate our worth, for something that'll let us know that we belong. And we can post and we can scroll and carefully watch. And by doing so, we can get fleeting moments of that feel-good dopamine hit. But it doesn't endure. And there is a better place to look for evidence of our value and our belonging. And we're discussing that place in today's video. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the Daily Dose. I'm Dr. Lance Garrison. I'm a psychologist with a background in health psychology and behavioral medicine, and I'm Dean for the College of Professional Psychology at the Chicago School. The Daily Dose is really my attempt to share insight into the way that we think and the way that we feel, and to talk about strategies for managing our thinking and feeling in ways that can help us create a better life for ourselves. So thank you so much for joining me. Dr. Brené Brown once said, "Don't walk through the world looking for evidence that you don't belong, because you're going to find it." How often do we do that? How often do we find ourselves seeking validation and approval from others, only to feel inadequate when we fall short of their expectations? I think we too often seek evidence to prove our worthiness, whether it's through our achievements or through our relationships or through the way that we look. But the truth is that our worth and our belonging are not determined by anything that goes on outside of us. They're not determined by external factors. And Dr. Brown also reminds us that we shouldn't walk through the world looking for evidence that we're not enough. Because if you do that, you're going to find that evidence. And how many times have we allowed our self-doubt and our insecurity to overshadow the sense of self-worth that we can and should have? The journey to self-acceptance and the journey to belonging begins and always stays in here. It's about recognizing our inherent worthiness regardless of whatever external validation might be there. When our value and our belonging are part of a negotiated process with the external world, we're never going to have a sense of stability. We're never going to have a real sense of place. Our worth and our belonging should truly be non-negotiable, because we are worthy and we are valuable regardless of anything external, regardless of what anyone outside of us might say. Period. End of discussion. So how is it that we start embracing that? How do we embrace our worth and our belonging? It begins with practicing self-compassion and self-love. And there's a traditional meaning in that, right? That we should be kind to ourselves. But I think self-love means way more than just being kind to ourselves. It means that because we are valuable and because we belong in this world, we got to do what's right. We got to be honest with ourselves. We got to treat ourselves with dignity and respect. We should care for our mind and our body and our spirit because we are worthy and because we belong. We should look in the mirror and speak aloud that we're valuable and that we belong. And I'd ask you to remember, your worth and your belonging are non-negotiable. They are inherent qualities that reside within you. They're just waiting to be acknowledged and embraced by you. So I ask you to commit to nurturing your worth from within, to grab a hold of, and reclaim your sense of belonging. As always, thank you for watching today. And if you found today's message helpful, hopeful, or maybe even just a little bit inspiring, take a moment to like or comment below. Share this with someone who needs to hear that message. And until next time, embrace your worth and walk confidently in the knowledge that you belong.